Well, boys, it's no surprise you've had a lack or shortage of proprietary exclusives for the PlayStation 5. You probably have been revisiting a lot of your PS4 classics for a couple reasons. One, those are the only titles that you can use PS4 controllers on, so if you have a nice paddle scuff or something like that. And there's also a handful of good PS4 classics like Ratchet and Clank, Ghost of Tsushima, and God of War that have a slight frames per second boost. But there are currently over 25 first-party Sony Studio games in development to be released in the near future. Let's talk about it. Alrighty guys, share my screen. I have an article pulled up. This will be cited or sourced down there in the description below. I'm going to read and then we will discuss. An interview with Wired is offering a bit of insight into the upcoming PlayStation Studios pipeline. According to Sony Worldwide Studios head Hermen Hulst, right now there are more than 25 first-party PlayStation 5 games in development. Now this is huge. Of the 25 titles, nearly half of them are stated to be brand new IPs, not sequels or remakes. That is probably one of the most exciting sentences I've gotten to read in gaming news in quite some time. So anytime you can get an IP or an original game that is brand new, it's a new gameplay style, maybe even a new genre of game, kind of how we got with Rogue, how it actually sprung or arose an entire genre or category of games with roguelikes. So don't get me wrong, sequels are great. Remakes and remasters, fantastic, but brand new IPs, especially first-party Sony Studio games, that is something to celebrate and something to be excited about. Looking at the games we have announced currently, we have Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Horizon Forbidden West, the next God of War, which is untitled as of current, and then Gran Turismo 7. So not to suck Sony schmeckle or anything like that, but all four of those games are going to be absolutely amazing. Calling it now, I can easily see any average console gamer, especially a PlayStation fan, spending countless hours playing those titles. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is already being lauded as one of the most beautiful games of all time. The gameplay demos look absolutely insane. Horizon Zero Dawn had very unique and fun gameplay, beautiful graphical art style, and it was just a blast to play, especially on the PC version where you can actually crank the settings up. And Forbidden West, I'm sure is going to be amazing. God of War, a great hack and slash game. I've been playing it since the PlayStation 2 era. Always a joy to enjoy that violent franchise. And then Gran Turismo, obviously one of the best racing simulators dating all the way back to the original PlayStation, well before Forza Motorsport's parents had even met each other. Meanwhile, publishing deals have been announced with two independent teams, Haven and Firewalk Studios. This would be 6 titles, leaving another 19 unaccounted for. There's other games that haven't officially been announced but are logical to be considered in the total count given as well, such as the rumored remake of The Last of Us. Why? I covered this in a previous article. Supposedly, what we got down the rumor mill through leaks and whatnot is that teams were pulled off of making a new Uncharted game, either a remake of the original or a brand new Uncharted game to create Last of Us. We already have a remake of that game. Nobody's requesting it. Poor reallocation of resources, in my opinion, as well as a new MLB or Major League Baseball game. So me personally, I don't really play sports games, so I'm not too excited about that, but I know there is a huge niche for that. There's a lot of sports gamers out there. Me personally, I'd rather just get my fat ass outside and play. What the near future holds. In this interview, Sony also reiterated that Horizon Forbidden West will be available on the PS4 and PS5. That's unfortunate. What is fortunate, though, is that will be coming out sometime later this year in 2021. We're already almost halfway through this year, which is crazy to even think. I can't even process that. I also can't process much right now because I'm kind of tired. But this is unfortunate here that it is going to be cross-platform with the PlayStation 4. That's unfortunate for PS4 owners, as it is going to run substantially jankier on the PS4. What do I mean jankier, Kevin? That's not a real word.
I still love you.
Well, I define that as a lower frame rate, probably struggling to hit 30 frames on a PlayStation Slim, and then on a PS4 Pro, maybe hitting 60 frames 1080p. And then that is also unfortunate for PlayStation 5 owners, as of course developers have to develop for the lowest potential console that it can be played on, which in this case would be the baseline PS4 Slim, in which case this game is not being developed to its full potential for the new hardware on board the PlayStation 5. So just all in all, that's a big stinky stinker right there.
I'm pissed off.
While Forbidden West will be available on both current and last generation Sony platforms, the PS5 version uses the DualSense haptic feedback and adaptive triggers to simulate the feeling, truly drawing back a bowstring or walking through grass. So, I mean, that should be a given. That should be expected that new PlayStation 5 games are going to utilize the two biggest features of the controller. Well, there's also an onboard microphone, but the two most useful non-gimmicky features would be the haptic feedback vibration and then the adaptive triggers. For example, I've been playing a lot of Returnal here recently, and those make phenomenal use of that, where actually you pull down the trigger halfway and it gives a nice resistance, and then you click past that and it engages an alternate firing mode on your gun. And then, you know, you can feel rain, literally like the drops trickling on your palms with the vibration. It's pretty sick. So wrapping up, that is really exciting stuff. There is a ton of games coming out for the PlayStation 5, not just games, but first-party Sony Studio games, which means they are probably going to be AAA titles. They are going to be probably a high production value, probably pretty stunning graphics. I would say a pretty solid audio design. And most importantly, since it is Sony, a lot of integration with the DualSense 5 controller. Drop in the comment section below what games you are excited about playing. Me personally, the four heavy hitters that they mentioned, God of War, Gran Turismo 7, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and the New Horizon, are all titles that I can easily see myself neglecting my chores to play. If you guys enjoyed this video, liking it helps it to get seen by more people, which in turn helps me grow this little channel, which I do greatly appreciate. Subscribe for more content like this. I cover a lot of news in the gaming community and industry, as well as tutorials helping you get set up streaming and YouTubing. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.